Welcome to another episode of Case Number Zero. Tonight we'll be covering 3 strange, unexplained UFO encounters. The facts are as follows. So sit back, relax, and always be afraid. Case number 1. May 31st, 2024. Henderson, Nevada. A warm desert evening, a quiet neighborhood, and a group of friends hanging out in a backyard. Among them was a young woman named Katrina. None of them had any idea their night was about to change. They were talking, relaxing, and looking up at the sky when a single bright light appeared above the horizon. At first they thought nothing of it, maybe a plane, maybe a drone. But then the light started moving in ways that didn't make sense. It hovered. It paused. Then it shot upward at a speed no aircraft should. One of Katrina's friends pulled out a phone and started recording, trying to make sense of what they were witnessing. The light shifted direction sharply, almost like it was reacting to them watching it. Some of the group said it felt like the object was aware of their presence. Others described the movement as intelligent, deliberate, not random or mechanical. And just as quickly as it appeared, the object sped off into the night sky and vanished completely. After the encounter, Katrina and her friends tried to calm down and replay what they had just seen. Was it a drone? A military test? A meteor? None of those explanations matched what they witnessed with their own eyes. There were no reports of rocket launches or aircraft tests in the area. The sudden stops, the sharp turns, the rapid vertical climb, all of it seemed impossible for any known aircraft. For Katrina and her friends, the experience didn't feel like a simple misidentification. It felt like something outside the ordinary, something they couldn't explain. Something that left them questioning what really exists out there in the night sky. The Henderson sighting has since circulated online and among UFO enthusiasts, standing out as one of the most intriguing encounters of 2024. A casual desert evening turned into a moment of wonder, fear, and mystery. To this day, none of them have found an explanation that fits. And maybe that's the most unsettling part. That sometimes what we see in the sky defies all logic. Was it a drone? Was it experimental technology? Or was it something truly unidentified? We may never know. But for Katrina and her friends, that night will never be forgotten. And it serves as a reminder that the skies above us still hold secrets we have yet to understand. If you've ever experienced something similar, or if you have a theory about what they saw, let us know in the comments. And always, keep watching the skies. Case number 2. July 1st, 2006. Claremont, California. On a quiet evening, Barbara Lamb found herself locked into an experience few could imagine. Barbara, an established psychotherapist known for her past life regression work, was no stranger to the weird or the unexplained. Yet nothing in her professional life had prepared her for what she was about to see that night. What she described as a lizard man. It began as a subtle feeling, a sense of presence. Then she saw it. A humanoid form, scaled, reptilian, standing in the yard. For a split second, their eyes locked. Barbara later recounted how the creature's stare felt somehow probing, intelligent, but unsettling. It was only a few seconds, but those seconds stretched into a lifetime in her memory. She reported the being had features like a human shape, arms, legs, and a torso, but its skin glistened with reptilian texture. Its head was elongated, eyes larger than human eyes, fixed on her in the dim light. No growl, no shout, no dramatic thunder, just that presence. Then it vanished. Just gone. In the minutes that followed, Barbara grappled with disbelief and confusion. She asked herself, was I hallucinating? Was it some prank? Or was it something genuinely beyond explanation? Despite her training to stay grounded, she felt shaken. Barbara later wrote and spoke in interviews about the eerie calm that followed, the stillness of the air, the flash of movement, and the knowledge that something had occurred that she could not rationally explain. Skeptics have suggested more mundane explanations, a misidentified animal, the effects of lighting and shadows, even a hoax. But Barbara rejects all of them. She insists what she saw was real. And here's why this case resonates. Barbara Lamb is not a fringe witness. She's a credentialed professional, and she says she saw something unimaginable. That alone compels us to listen, whether you believe it or not. What does it mean? Perhaps technology beyond our understanding. Perhaps a visitor from another domain. Or perhaps something we will only understand with time. Either way, Barbara's encounter challenges us to acknowledge that our world may be more mysterious than we believe. That even in calm suburban evenings, beneath the familiar stars, something can happen that shakes our sense of normal. So the next time you glance out your window at dusk, remember Barbara's story in Claremont, because maybe, just maybe, the universe is watching back. If you've ever experienced anything strange, reptilian or otherwise, drop a comment. We'd like to hear about it. And of course, stay curious, because sometimes the greatest mysteries hide in plain sight. Case number 3. November 6, 2006, Chicago, Illinois. On this day, something unnatural appeared above Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. Something silent. Something metallic. Something that should not have been there. It began as a routine gray afternoon, but at exactly 4:15 p.m., a United Airlines ramp worker looked up and froze. Hovering above gate C-17 was a disc, a perfect metallic saucer, silent, still, and impossibly smooth. No lights, no wings, no sound. Just a cold, mechanical presence hanging in the sky, watching. The worker radioed a colleague. That colleague called another. Soon, pilots were stepping out of their cockpits. Mechanics were abandoning their tools, and ground staff gathered in disbelief. Witness after witness described the same thing. A gray, dark disc, maybe 20 to 30 feet across, hovering with absolute precision, as if gravity itself didn't apply to it. It didn't drift. It didn't wobble. It didn't react to wind. It simply waited. Silent, motionless, almost studying the airport below. One employee whispered, "It wasn't human. I know what an aircraft looks like, and that was not ours." For several long minutes, the saucer stayed in place. People were afraid to speak too loudly. Some felt the pressure in the air, like the atmosphere itself changed around the object. Then, without warning, it moved. The disc shot straight upward with a speed that witnesses called impossible. No acceleration, no sound barrier crack, just instant vertical escape. As it pierced the low cloud layer, it carved a perfect circle, a clean hole, right through the clouds, exposing the bright sky above. The opening remained for minutes. Witnesses stared upward, knowing they had just seen something not bound by any human technology. When employees reported the sighting to the FAA, The official response was dismissive. It was a weather phenomenon. But those who saw it knew better. These were trained aviation professionals, people who know aircraft, cloud formations, and atmospheric anomalies. They knew exactly what they saw and what they didn't. There was no sound, no wings, no heat signature, no reason for that perfect hole in the clouds. Some employees later said they were told to keep quiet. Others felt the entire event was quickly buried. The O'Hare saucer was never identified. It left behind no debris, no radar trace. Only the testimony of those who witnessed a craft that moved like intelligence beyond our own. To this day, many believe the object was observing us, studying us, testing our response. And the scariest part? It didn't care that dozens of people saw it. It hovered above one of the busiest airports in the world, in broad daylight, as if it wanted to be seen. Whatever appeared over gate C-17 that day, it left behind one chilling truth. They're not hiding from us. They're just not afraid of being seen anymore. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to hear more cases about the unexplained or unknown phenomenon, UFO encounters, ghosts, unsolved murders, and true crime, please like and subscribe. And leave a comment below of any cases you want us to cover. And if you have a case of your own, feel free to email us at ContactCaseNumberZero@gmail.com. Please include the date and location of your incident. And always be afraid.